Any bananas?
Yeah.
Maybe we should only have 5 bananas.
I really like the sketch about the exploding soup.
We need to write more about the gay amputee demographic.
I think the Pope actually said that, so that's...
Yeah, that would work.
I'll eat the other one.
Judas and Macari is probably the best movie ever made.
It was either him or Samuel L. Jackson.
Are they the same person?
Don't remember.
No, we can Google it. It'll be fine.
We've done it.
We're on air in 20 seconds.
Hurry the hell up!
Welcome to the first ever episode of Showreel, the weekly show that delves into the film and television industry. We'll take an in-depth look at both current and upcoming box office films.
On today's show, we'll be reviewing Oz the Great and Powerful and discussing the upcoming film Spring Breakers. Every week we'll be joined by a special guest from the industry. Tonight's guest was the host of a popular web series. She's a sidekick on the Late Night Show, and she's also on this show. It's Amanda Bacchi. Welcome, Amanda.
Yay!
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. I started out doing PR journalism and media studies at uni, and then at the start of last year, some people that I met were doing a web series show, and I thought, I can do that. Sounds really easy. A week later, they paid to get on TVS in Sydney, so they, were like, well, obviously you can, continue being a regular, which is awesome. So I had like a 30-second segment and a trailer, which is all girly stuff like True Blood and Game of Thrones and all that cool stuff, and The Walking Dead, which I snuck in there. And then the main host left, so I became the main host for the second season, which was really cool. I got to be the script writer, I got to be the researcher, the presenter, the host, the interviewer at things like Supernova and Zombie Walk and media liaison, and all these
That sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's one thing to be in front of the camera, but it's another thing to be able to experience lots of different roles behind the camera. Has that changed the type of presenter or the type of host that you've become, and what's it done for you?
Well, I started out with nothing. Like, literally, I got in front of a green screen and I wrote my own script and it went on the auto cue and I kind of just read it out. And I think over the year that I did it, I developed a lot of confidence, and I mean, the audience that I had, they were just so supportive. It was like a really great time, and I'm like, oh, fans, and it was kind of cute and stuff. And then I transitioned into the late night show, which is kind of just thrown in the deep end. Right. And we kind of discuss different things from week to week, and there's no set script or anything like that. So it's, building on that confidence and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So now that you're a sidekick on the Late Night Show, how is that different from some of the other projects you've done?
Well, Scott likes to call me his companion, like Doctor Who type companion. It's pretty fun. Basically, it's in a much bigger studio. It's still continuing on doing like volunteering and things like, here at Digital 31, which has been really fun. It's just impromptu. So I've just got to make everything up on the spot, and it is a comedy-based show, and I don't really consider myself very funny. So it's I
don't know. I think there's two different kinds of funny. There's funny ha-ha and funny peculiar, and I think as long as you're a good mixture of the both.
Exactly.
Are you funny ha-ha or funny peculiar?
I'm awkward funny. Like last week, I spilled water all over myself 2 seconds before filming, so I was like, oh, oops.
Now tell us, you've been involved in zombies, with the zombies. What's that?
Right, so last year, I think it was October, just around Halloween, we did Brisbane Zombie Walk. Mm-hmm. So we went in, took the film crew, and I spent an hour in the makeup tent, and I was, completely head to toe zombified, which was really cool. And then I got to do the walk itself, which was amazing because I got to terrify people. Like, most of the people there were dressed up and they had blood splatter and things like that, and just their regular outfits. And then I came along and in my crazy, intense mouth ripped off, teeth sticking out, makeup, and people literally ran in fear. And I'm just like, yeah, that's right, run away. But I think the best part was going through the Roma Street Parklands on my way to go home on the train. At Central Station, the lights went out, and here I am, a zombie, sitting in the corner, and everyone's just looking at me. Going.
It sounds like a really good experience. Where to next for you? What are your plans? What do you want to get involved in?
I'm having so much fun at Digital 31 at the moment, obviously working on Showreel, which is a really great experience. I'm working with the other volunteers. Late night show, I have a whole year planned out for that, so I'm not going anywhere, Scott. No. But I'm just trying to get involved in the industry, doing other projects, and just working with people who work with me. I kind of fell into this, so I'm just going wherever it takes me.
What can you tell us about Girly Geek Speak? How did that all come about?
Girly Geek Speak is my website. It started out as a resume for all of the things that I've done. So it's got blogs, it's got everything from technology to comics to movies and everything like that. It's got all of my videos and things like that. It is under construction at the moment, so I'm in the process of completely rebranding everything with all of the social media expertise that I've gained over the last year, which has been really interesting. But yeah, I think one of the best things is that with my website is that I had almost 1,000 hits overnight one day. It was for my Supernova blog that I wrote. So yeah, just amazing. And all the people that I met through there, all the comic writers, and I got to meet Tom Hopper, who was in Merlin. I literally fell into his arms, and it was just like... So, yeah.
Now, you mentioned about movies. What kind of movies? We're going to discuss some great movies this episode. What kind of movies do you like?
I have such an eclectic taste in movies, so everything from Napoleon Dynamite, just my guilty pleasure movie, to like Scott Pilgrim, and then all of the Lord of the Rings films that carry them everywhere on my neck. Everyone keeps picking on me because I still haven't seen Star Wars. It seems to be such a separate thing in the geek world. I don't know. But I see everything. I have a standing Thursday movie night with anyone who will go with me on a movie date. So, yeah, I just love everything. Except horror. I don't really. Unless I have someone's hand to hold, but that doesn't happen very often.
Oh, good. Well, we've got some fantastic movies that we'll talk about throughout the series, and in this particular episode, we're going to be looking at Oz the Great and Powerful. You've seen it?
I have, yes.
Yeah? You've got a couple of things to tell us about it?
I do, yes.
Excellent, great. So we'll be coming back in just a few moments' time. We'll talk about Oz the Great and Powerful that we've all seen, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we'll rate it for you.
Sounds good.